Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to give a very delayed reaction to the Fantastic Four trailer because, of course, we were sick when the trailer dropped. And we tried to play catch up with some other news. And then we're like, oh, yeah, the Fantastic Four trailer came out a couple days ago. We probably should talk about that. So we're going to talk about the reactions to it, our reaction to it. And then we're going to talk about where, I guess, the MCU and other geek media goes from here, because I think we are seeing course correction. Some people are going to strongly disagree, but that's okay. You're allowed to disagree. I think we're going to see course correction, but you have to realize that a lot of the stuff that is already in the pipeline and ready to come out this year and next year got greenlit several years ago.
Well, yeah, they're flushing stuff out of the system.
Yeah, they're flushing it. Now, this one, I don't think they're flushing. The Fantastic Four, and I've been saying this for, God, at least a year or two now. I said this is the only Marvel movie that I have any hope for, that I have any interest in watching, because of what I had seen of it early on. And my personal opinion is the trailer did not disappoint, but really didn't show us much either.
No, it didn't.
But we'll talk about this. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so apparently the trailer had like 202 million views across all platforms, including
I'm not
TikTok.
surprised. This is the one that they had their best shot at having a good Marvel movie this year was this one. I think way over Thunderbolts and definitely over Captain America.
Yeah.
This was their best shot.
So it's pretty good. I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine obviously had more, 365 million. Spider-Man No Way Home had 355 million. But they said for a non-sequel, it's the best traffic for a non-sequel Marvel movie to date. And it's the third best overall debut trailer behind. Yeah, so it's pretty good. I'm going to be honest. If you guys haven't watched it, go watch it first because we're going to spoil it. There's not really much to spoil, though.
There really isn't, really.
No, it was very much. They actually showed more, and I did get to see that. I got to see the San Diego teaser, and they showed more in that than they do in this teaser trailer. And I think some of that footage will probably be in the final trailer. But I, as somebody who loves Fantastic Four, and I've been waiting for them to get it right. I think this might be the one that gets it right.
Yeah. See, my only reservation is Pedro Pascal.
That's everybody's reservation.
And honestly, Vanessa Kirby, I don't know. I just didn't find her. I was just like, but we'll see.
She's better than Jessica Alba.
Well, that's true. But Pedro Pascal, really, you aren't seeing him. Like, most of it was just her talking. You aren't really seeing much. You don't really see much about Johnny Storm either, but you're definitely not seeing much about Pedro Pascal. And that's kind of like, most people had the concern with him not fitting the character. And this trailer did little to, make people think otherwise. It just didn't give you anything to work with. You think right now that's their one battle they have to win, and it didn't give anything to settle people.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that the next trailer is going to focus on Mr. Fantastic. One of the problems I have potentially with the trailer is that, not only was Mr. Fantastic sidelined, but it was very much, Sue Storm's take on.
That's what I was concerned about.
And if you're trying to get people to think that, we're getting away from the quote unquote MCU, making it all about Sue Storm was kind of like, that aside, I freaking love the visuals.
I was going to say, the decade itself, I think, is a character.
The 60s, yeah. This is retro, futuristic. Like, I freaking love this. People were like, what's up with the Thing? Why does he look like that? I'm like, he looks like he does in the Jack Kirby comics.
It's very comic. You can tell it's very based on the comics and the visuals from the comics.
I mean, this Thing came right off the damn page. Like, I don't have any problems whatsoever. I mean, some people said about his voice. I'm like, his voice, I mean, in other media, it sounded kind of cartoonishly oafish or whatever. I think they're trying to go for the fact that there's a real guy under the rocks, right? I don't know. I thought it was cool. I thought it's cool that they have Herbie in there, who was from the cartoon series. I think it's cool that they have Galactus. Obviously, is going to have a major part in it. And he looks like Galactus, and
Yeah,
that's
it's
like totally
obvious
his
classics,
helmet,
yeah.
and that's freaking. I mean, you can see all the detail in it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be cool. Now, could the movie suck? Yeah, any movie can suck, right? Any
Yeah, so
movie
they
can.
haven't given us enough to really tell. They really isn't enough here to go on.
If the point of the trailer is to get you excited enough to at least give the movie a chance, then they have succeeded in that, because this is the only Marvel movie I've been excited to see in probably 2 years.
I think often the trailers give you too much also. And for an early trailer, I don't think it gave too much. Because by the time sometimes you get to the movie, you're like, oh, I already saw it because of trailers. It doesn't give you much of anything, but it does visually look like the comics in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I mean, Pedro Pascal, I'm going to have to see it.
Still waiting on that one, yeah.
The guy who played him in see, this is the thing. Like the other Fantastic, I never saw the 2015 movie. I had no desire to watch the 2015 movie. Oh, you did? Mm-hmm. Was it that bad?
I wouldn't watch it again.
Okay. All right. Because the two before were a mixed bag. They got some things very right. I think Thing and Johnny Storm were good. And that's about it. I think Silver Surfer was good.
But there was no Silver Surfer in the trailer.
Oh no, I meant in the.
I know. I'm saying
yeah,
that.
they're
I
hiding
know,
the
but
Silver
what I'm
Surfer.
saying, yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so here's the thing, and for those of you watching this video, probably already know the deal.
But if you don't want to hear a potential spoiler, don't listen.
Potential spoilers. Now I could go into some potential spoilers about what I've heard about the plot. I don't know if it's accurate or not, but so Silver Surfer is actually Norrin Radd's girlfriend, not Norrin Radd's female Silver Surfer. She was a Silver Surfer for like 5 minutes in the comics. That being said, the reason that it could work anyway in this one is that this is supposed to be a parallel universe. This is not 616 Marvel. Now, the leaks I've heard, and I do not know if they are accurate or not, because that's always 50-50 chance whether or not they're accurate. So whatever. But is that the Fantastic Four themselves are actually from the 616. They got transported to this universe at some point in time, and they've been living there, which also explains why they're not in this 616, because they've been in this other parallel forever 1960s, universe or whatever. So it's very possible that at some point in time, we will actually get Norrin Radd. We'll actually get the Silver Surfer we all know, especially if, Galactus comes along for the ride, which I'm pretty sure he will, given that he's supposed to be in Secret Wars too. So I don't know. I'm okay with it. I mean, as long as it's another universe, whatever.
Yeah, aren't they supposed to return to our universe by the end or something? The 616 universe again.
So again, these are just
it's rumors.
It's rumors. I don't want people jumping me in 6 months.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're wrong. It's like they're not even my rumors. Yeah, my understanding is that Galactus will basically destroy Earth, eat Earth in this universe. They will return to the 616, but Galactus wants them, I guess, or wants Franklin Richards to take him to the 616, where the Eaton's a lot better. That's my understanding. And then also potentially Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom might come from this universe too. I don't know.
Well, that's one of the rumors. Who knows if it's true or not,
I like the look of it, though. The only way you can really do the Fantastic Four right, I think, now is to make it retro-futuristic, because there's so much a product of the 60s.
That's what I'm saying. I think the character of the 60s themselves is a major. It's a character itself in this. I look at that first picture of the Alexander Calder mobile and stuff like that, and the fireplace and the sunken seating. That's very, very 60s.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. So.
I am too. I always love that stuff. Like when I was a kid, my grandmother had a Sputnik light. I love those things. They're back again. I want one so bad. I just don't know where to put it in the house.
We should have a retro room in the house or something. Not like retro 80s, but like 60s. And we have a little tiki bar or something out back. That'd be kind of fun. But
yeah, I grew up with the Sputnik light. I love that thing.
Yeah, I mean, I love the look of this. Obviously, we're too young to remember it, but everything about this, early kind of NASA. I mean, it's not NASA, obviously, whatever their version of it is, but just the whole aesthetic I like. So I'm cautiously optimistic for this one. It could be a big bag of suck. I mean, everything.
I need to see more. I'm not gonna lie. I need to see more.
But if you only showed me this trailer and said, this movie opens next week, yes, I would buy a ticket because I'm curious. That's all I'm saying. Now, that being said, I guess we can talk about the greater conversation, which is, are things getting better with entertainment? Because I've noticed the last year or two, especially, there's actually been some pretty decent stuff coming out. And, or at least you can see they're attempting to try to return to
middle,
I think, not overly ham-fisted political messaging. We did a video the other day talking about the director of Terrifier, making sure the audience knows that his movies are not political. It's just about a killer clown. You shouldn't even have to say that. But
no, you should just be like,
where we are.
Entertainment first. And that's what they needed to go back to, is just entertainment, good stories first.
And, the MCU lost its way. Star Wars, I think, is the lost cause at this point. I think you have individuals, there that do better Star Wars than other people. But outside of just the Disney stuff, it does feel like we're not seeing as much, what do you call it, quote unquote woke stuff. I mean, we're really not. We're not seeing a lot of that stuff get greenlit. We're not seeing a lot of that stuff get promoted like it was. I think they tried it because it was trendy.
I think we still have stuff, like you said, in the system that's getting flushed out.
Yeah.
Give it a couple years, I think.
And I think that's it. People need to realize that there's going to be stuff that comes out that might have gotten greenlit 2 or 3 years ago. 4 years ago, even. Look at Snow White. God, when was Snow White filmed? Like
I don't know.
Years ago.
20, 30 years ago at this point.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like it,
Rachel Zegler, who's now 68 years old.
I know. It's like, it was definitely a long time ago.
She's very happy her movie's coming out. But yeah, we're going to see a bunch of stuff probably get flushed in the next year or two. That doesn't mean that Hollywood's not pivoting. And it also doesn't mean that Hollywood is pivoting because they just decided they like you. Hollywood's pivoting because they decided they like money. And
that's just it. Like, as much as the media and stuff wants to scream about, the Chads and all that, it's like, but the majority, the silent majority are the ones who are voting with their wallet. So if they want to attract regular audiences back, they're going to have to pivot. They don't have a choice.
And even the Hollywood Reporter, they were putting articles up and they said that, it kind of started with, they saw with Twisters and some other like apolitical movies that did really well. And they're like, we want more of that. But even before that, there were a couple of movies that came out, a couple of TV shows that came out that were actually pretty good. Some of the stuff gets lost in the shuffle because it's almost like if a piece of media is not a lightning rod for political conversation, it gets ignored by both sides. Mm-hmm. So that's the thing. There's apolitical content that's coming out all the time, but nobody's watching it because it's not a talking point for either side.
Pretty much.
Which is kind of sad because it used to be like, it's either we watch something that's good or we don't watch it, or we watch it and roast it or whatever. Now it's like, well, has this thing got any, anything that we can latch onto? Is it super problematic? No. Is it super racist or what? No. Well, next, moving on to the next
right.
thing.
And it's like, you're looking for outrage and not for entertainment. And you have to be very careful not to be the same coin, different side.
Yeah. So I think we're going to see things get better. Does that mean that everything that comes out is going to be, no pun intended, fantastic?
No.
Everything that comes out is
Hell no.
is going to be apolitical. Everything. It's like, no, I think what the best we can hope for is that things go back to normal, which was entertainment was always a mixed bag. It was always good stuff, better stuff, really good stuff, absolute dog shit. I mean, you had like all kinds of, and it was all over the damn place. Some of it was more political than others. You watched what you wanted to watch. You didn't watch things that you didn't like. The biggest difference in the last couple of years was that entertainment was being used as
entertainment was not first.
Entertainment was not first, and it was also used as a blunt instrument to attack.
Messaging was first.
Yeah, and audiences were being disparaged and attacked and stuff like that. And now they might put something out that you absolutely hate, but I don't think people are going to attack you for it because I think they've gotten the memo, right? So we'll see where it goes. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm definitely, unless I hear something that's just absolutely terrible about this movie, I'm probably going to buy a ticket. So we'll see what happens. We're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
All right. So please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.